Today on stream, we are going to be watching Sarah literally thinks she's going home later, ... It is a JCS video. It's true crime. Trigger warning. Please be aware that this is real life and real situations, and there could be triggering subjects. But without further ado, let's get into it. I'll make sure that the subtitles are on, and we're going to go.
What is the location of your emergency?
4748 France Court.
Is this a police or medical?
My boyfriend is dead.
Okay, send the line for the fire department. Do not hang up.
Fire risk. Just tell me exactly what happened there.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in his case and we were playing. Like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So.
Oh no, I know this
I woke up and
case.
he was dead in the suitcase, so I don't know what happened.
Okay, is he hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase.
He was in a suitcase?
Yes, and I fell asleep.
Right, is he breathing?
No.
I need you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me, okay?
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
purple.
Okay, listen to me. Lay him flat on his... Okay, ma'am, listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Okay.
He's stiff and purple.
Okay, ma'am, that's fine. We're still going to do compressions on him, okay? Place the heel of your hand on his breastbone, right in the center of the chest.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Just by looking at him, you can tell.
Okay. And...
Please! Okay, he just gurgled.
Okay, listen to me.
Wait.
Place the heel of your hand right between his chest, right between his breastbones.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the one I've seen.
We want to pump his chest to me hard and fast, twice per second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, actually, genuinely, I don't know if this is the one I've seen, because I don't remember that at all.
Who for now?
Oh, right there.
It's got to be the same one, though, right?
This is 42-year-old Sarah Boone, who you just heard on the 911 call a few seconds ago. Her boyfriend was 42-year-old George Torres Jr., who she locked inside a suitcase the night before, ultimately leading to him dying of suffocation. Sarah's explanation is that it was a totally unintentional and unforeseen accident.
No,
but what
this
she's
is the...
completely unaware of at this particular moment is the fact she recorded 2 videos on her phone last night. The first of which was taken at 11:12 p.m. and shows her laughing at George while he's zipped up in the suitcase. But George isn't laughing. He's asking to be let out and repeatedly stating that he can't breathe. The second video was recorded 11 minutes later, showing the same thing, except the suitcase was flipped over and in a different area of the apartment. Sarah is both unmistakably and heavily intoxicated in these videos, which may explain the fact she didn't delete them. It would be safe to assume that she has no idea the videos exist. And yes, you will see the moment she becomes aware of their existence. But we first have to acknowledge how this episode was even possible, and that would be the Law and Crime Network. They sent us the uncompressed documents that comprise this video, and almost every case we have covered, or will cover, is already available in its raw form on this channel, which includes the 2 main items of public record in the case of Sarah Boone, starting with the body cam footage, which is right where we left off.
Just gonna say really quickly, this case, I am aware of it, and it's absolutely awful. The only thing I will say is that remember that this is a JCS video. I remember I could barely make it through the actual, I don't know what I watched on this. I don't know if it was a documentary or something, but I've definitely seen it. And I've actually seen like the footage of the suitcase and stuff, and it was absolutely awful. But I think this'll just be like the body language breakdown and stuff like that, rather than, you know, really,
Hello there.
it'll be much more about the interview and the body language breakdown, just as a reminder.
I'll get it for you, okay? Wait 1 second, okay?
I really need something to drink.
Okay,
I got my Dr. Pepper on the counter.
okay, we'll take care of you. Give me 1 second. What's going on? I just got here, so fill me in.
No problem. Like, he and I were putting a puzzle together. We've been doing some artwork together.
You are putting a puzzle together?
Yes, we have a puzzle that we started in there.
Okay.
Like, having a good time with one
Oh,
another.
wait, yeah, let me move my camera really quick, guys, because I don't think you can see, let me put a trigger warning on the...
But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night.
Okay. Fine.
So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right?
Okay.
So he gets in the suitcase, okay?
Who is this guy?
That's my ex-husband, my former husband.
How did he live here with you guys?
No, I called him over here.
Okay, okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Here, let's talk in private, okay?
I called you guys. All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek. That's all that happened.
Okay, okay. Here, let me fill this deputy in, okay?
Please, may I have my Dr. Pepper? I am so cotton mouth right now.
Also, guys, just really quickly, if you're feeling like you don't want to watch this today, or you're not like up for it, or mentally in the right place for it, or anything like that, that's totally fine. And just so you know, it's like a 36-minute video, so if you come back in 45 minutes, I'll definitely be done, and we'll be playing The Last of Us, so
It's on the counter.
just so you guys know.
Anything from out of the house.
Thirsty, like, I'm
Here, I want you to sit down, because I don't want you passing out. This is probably a lot for you to deal with, right? Sit. I don't
water. Just water.
I can get you some water, okay?
The officer then talks to Sarah's ex-husband.
About 11:30.
Yeah, honestly, that bit is mind-blowing to me. The Dr. Pepper over the concern about her partner is fucking insane.
I know, because this is supposed to be her day.
He referred to the fact that Sarah was meant to have custody of their son today.
She's generally not very good about always doing it.
They called back and said she was still there, or she came back.
So I was calling to find out if she was going to be getting him or not today.
From school?
Yes.
Okay.
Got over here, told her she needed to call 911, get somebody over here, and then basically she said she needed to go outside, have a drink and a cigarette. But I called her
Give me
initially.
1 second, okay?
He's currently on parole because of it, so...
Because of domestic violence with her?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He explains that George has been arrested for domestic violence multiple times against Sarah, and that Sarah's literally bailed him out every time.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, she's getting water from this tap. Probably gonna pass out on us. Okay, well, listen.
The police officer asks the ex-husband to stick around for a little while longer. She then gets a notepad and returns to Sarah to collect more information.
At some point, you put him in the suitcase?
No, he got
I think she's genuinely so desperate for water merely because she's just so fucking hungover. I think that's like the only reason she really wants water. Because she clearly has like zero empathy and zero regard for actually anything that's happened. She just wants water because I think she's hungover.
Funny to be put in the suitcase, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna joke with you and I'll zip you up and make him, you know, squirm a little bit, whatever it is. But then I fell asleep.
I don't believe
asleep.
it's
Where was the suitcase?
maybe stress over being caught and the police being there, but I don't think it's.
That in it, right down there.
Yes.
You zipped him in there.
Yes.
Thought he would be funny, a little.
It
joke.
was. We both were laughing about it, and
Okay.
then I fell asleep
Where did you fall asleep at?
upstairs. I just totally
So you
forgot.
began to do CPR on him.
Yes. Yes.
About
And he
what time
gurgled,
this morning
like he
did you
gurgled.
start doing that CPR?
No, it was the afternoon. And
Yeah, I'm a little bit biased as well because I've already watched documentaries about this and I know a lot about it.
like, air was coming out and he was gurgling, but I could just tell by looking at him.
But you knew how to do CPR. You were doing that on your own?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to sit back down because I don't want
Can
you.
I have one more sip of water, please?
Yeah, go.
Can I have a cigarette, please?
Ma'am, I can't take anything out of the house.
It's on the back porch.
Nope, all of it. It's secure, okay?
The officer then confirms the ex-husband will be taking custody of the child.
And your child is in school right now. He's not here with you.
No. He's
okay,
at school.
he's in school. How old is he?
This will be a fun one to explain. He's 9. He's third
I
grade.
can't even start with how you would explain something like this. Okay.
The ex-husband leaves, and the officers wait for investigators to arrive.
Can I please just have a cigarette? They're on the back porch.
Not right now. We can't have you go and get anything. Why don't you sit in the shade?
The investigators then arrive.
Hey, Sarah. Did you get enough water? No, if you want to stay seated, I don't want you getting lightheaded. So remember I said the detectives were going to come out and talk to you and go from there. They're here. They're going to ask you a few questions and then go from there, okay? All right.
All right, Sarah, my name's Chelsea. My partner, Scott.
They ask Sarah what happened.
So he decided to get in the suitcase. So I thought it would be funny to, and he was laughing about it too, to zip him up in there. I go upstairs and fell asleep.
Bro, it's just like the most unbelievable, like unrealistic story ever. Like, oh, he was climbing in the suitcase, he was laughing so much, we were laughing. I thought it'd be really funny to like zip it up. Bro, that's just like that's not realistic. That doesn't happen. That's not how.
After you zipped them up, did you move the bag around and mess with them at all, or you just zipped it up and walked away
And I
laughing?
both were laughing about it, but I went upstairs and I fell asleep.
Okay.
I'm afraid for my life. I want you to know that. I am.
Bro, and there's no shot. You just fall asleep straight away. There's just no fucking shot. It's just not. There's just no shot. I don't care how like drunk you are. There's just no way.
For my life. His family have never liked me.
Have you called any of them?
We talked to his daughters yesterday.
No, I mean, like, about this. Does
No.
anyone know? Okay.
Even that comment there, like, oh, his family never liked me. That's such a weird thing to say in this scenario right now. Like, I think she's like trying to like gain pity or something. I don't know what the fuck she's doing, but it's just like so. Like, why are you saying that right now?
They're going to kill me.
Okay, well.
Do they live local?
Yes, they're down the road. They're going to kill me.
The detectives reassure Sarah that she's not about to get murdered, and then go in to investigate the apartment.
Just stay seated, okay, Sarah? I know you're panicking, okay? Just relax. We'll come and talk to you. We'll keep checking on you.
This police officer was brilliant. Her temperament was perfect for the situation. The investigators simply asked Sarah to stay somewhere else for the night, and to come to the police station the following day with any questions she might have. Sarah stayed with her ex-husband, then showed up at the sheriff's office the next day at 3:51 p.m. with an entire handwritten page of questions, the first of which was about when she's getting back her phone.
Hello? The first thing I'm going to write on this list after I've had the whole night to dwell on everything that's happened and my partner has died is, when do I get my phone back? Like, that's the first thing?
You sit in the green chair that doesn't move. Appreciate you coming in.
Yes, ma'am.
Sarah takes out her page of questions, which the investigator semi-acknowledges then brushes off.
So obviously, he received his autopsy. So I'm going to read you your rights again because we have to talk about that.
Your thing is, you're probably right. It's probably because the video is on the phone. But the thing is, if she's acting really stressed about the phone, it's going to make them think even more so there's something on the phone. But also, it's the police. They're obviously going to look through the fucking phone, man.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
And do you understand what I just read you?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Sarah has no idea what just happened.
This morning we went to his autopsy, and we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little
I haven't laid a
swollen.
hand on him.
Okay.
Forensics have since proven that George sustained his injuries the night he died, and he didn't have them before entering the apartment.
Also, too, he fell off my son's bike.
Okay.
So I don't know. And he's notorious for running into the wall or the hall tree. So
Okay. Okay.
The investigator details further injuries, including a contusion on his neck.
And they're all recent. Like they occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, the night leading up to when he was.
In all honesty, we have not gotten into it. I have no idea what it is. No idea what it is. We had a good time sitting on the back porch, having wine, and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play, and listen to music. That's why.
She had all night to set this up, which is the issue. For all we know, she could have designed this entire scene of events from scratch. There is a 12-hour gap between the timestamp on her videos to the moment police showed up on her doorstep, which is plenty of time to assemble what looks like a very pleasant scene of events that in no way precipitated a drunken act of revenge that ultimately led to murder.
Nobody got out of sorts. This is what's
She's just playing dumb the whole time.
I have no clue. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
He also had, on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising, and on his head and skull.
I have no idea.
As if something hit him.
I
considered
have not
force
touched him.
trauma.
I have not touched him.
The thing is, she can't go from saying, we were all having this fun and games, we were laughing and zipping him up in the suitcase, and he obviously has these injuries. She's just fucked herself completely.
I have no idea.
Oh my god! Nanapus, thank you so much. Chat, we're going to take a little second to take a little mental break, because Nanapus has ever so kindly gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much, Nanapus. You gifted 825 to the channel. That is insane. Little mental break, little breather, chat. Remember to breathe. This is a very heavy case. I'm not going to lie. I typically avoid the heavier cases on stream. I genuinely had no idea what this case was. It's a really, really awful one. But JCS is so fascinating in the sense that he gets... I've watched a documentary about this, but I've never seen anything that really broke down the body language and spoke about her and the things she's saying and why she's saying them and doing them. Nanapus, love ya. Gonna catch up on The Last of Us VODs. Enjoy. We're playing the DLC today. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Day. It was a good day. We've had good days lately. It's been good. I don't even know where this is coming from.
The interrogator now brings up Sarah's last call to police, reporting domestic violence.
You said a month ago he hit you with a curtain rod.
Yeah, with a curtain rod. That's why I can't believe you guys didn't take that either.
She just referred to the fact that George didn't face charges for the alleged assault.
Like, we've been good. I don't know if, like, since the last time he got out of jail, like, we've been good and he's been having his classes.
What do you mean by good? What's your definition of good?
Yeah, that's a good question. What is your definition of good if playing and zipping up and laughing, zipping people up in suitcases? What does this mean to you?
I don't think you all understand. He comes at me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee or try to go upstairs and go to sleep. That's usually what it is. And I don't know if you talk to Brian about any of that, but most of the time when I flee, I go over there. So
Sarah is detailing possible motives for retaliation. Routine procedure would be to keep her train of thought locked on this element, provide encouragement and understanding while inquiring further into the suspect's grievances with the victim. The only problem is that the lead interrogator really doesn't like Sarah, and abandons the task of pretending to, which makes this a significantly flawed, yet remarkably entertaining process to bear witness.
Right, but you're saying that you
Wait, what? Sorry, I gotta play that again.
Suspect's grievances with the victim. The only problem is that the lead interrogator really doesn't like Sarah, and abandons the task of pretending to, which makes this a significantly flawed, yet remarkably entertaining process to bear witness.
That's actually really interesting, yeah, because usually, we say this every time we watch true crime, it's like, how do they sit in the room with these people and like somehow buddy up with them and like pretend to like them? Obviously, I understand it's part of the job and it's very skilled. I could never. Like, I'm so bad. I'm so painfully obvious when I don't like someone. I find it impossible to pretend. It's a flaw in my. I hate that. But it's interesting because I've never really seen a video of an interrogation where the person just so obviously hates them. So that's interesting.
Right, but you're saying that you guys have been good, and when I asked you yesterday, the last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago, so...
Give or take.
Right.
The investigator challenges an earlier assertion which remodels the discourse, and the suspect then starts defending her relationship with the victim.
I really love him, like I do, and I feel like I can help him. He came a really long way, and he was trying. He was really trying.
She somehow transitions into the principle of how she doesn't normally drink, and it's kind of only because of George that she drinks at all.
The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend, that's when you have a good time. You don't have to wake up the next day. I have to wake up the next day and do things. I can do 50 things at once and still know the 50 things more prior that I need to get done. He can't process like that. He didn't process like that. So the next thing you know, he doesn't want to deal with it. I'm going to go get something to drink. Nobody knew George better than I did. I say that I knew George better than himself. And I tried in every way, shape, and form. Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him.
Sarah talks about
in every way, shape, and form. Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him.
Sarah talks about George's anger management classes and the supposed progress he was making.
And would always come home and show me his papers, and we would look over his papers together. Where it's like, wow, you actually are learning this in class? And some of the stuff that they would show them, like videos, he would come home and be like, Sarah, I'm so sorry for what...
Are you guys joking? I'm trying to work here. I'm working here. We're watching true crime. I'm filming a YouTube video right now. Guys, I'm filming a YouTube video right now. Look at the state of them. Guys, Daddy's working. I'm working right now. I'm trying to film a YouTube video. I'm at work. All right, back to the video, guys. We're just gonna have to put up with. I'm sorry, that's actually not goblins or gremlins or anything like that in my room. It's actually just chihuahuas. That's the noise they make when they fight. Miso is a very vocal fighter. Bugsy not so much. Bugsy tries to copy Miso a little bit. Yeah, Daddy's working right now. Daddy's working. You see that camera up there? You see all these bright lights? It's because Daddy's working. I'm at work right now. You're soaking wet. Is it really raining out there? So how about we chill out? Let me get back to work. Mwah. Mwah. Yeah? You got your French fries? You got your French fries, haven't you? You can enjoy them. And I'm gonna go back to work. Alright, lads? Never mind. They're so fast, though, guys. That's one thing. Panda, Silver, Soul Call, Alpha, thank you so much for the follows, guys. Sorry, I didn't get to thank you because we were watching the video, but thank you so much.
You changed.
And that's why you're still with him, even though he's done all these things to you. And
when I tell you I love him, I love him.
When you love somebody, you have limits.
Everybody tells me that.
At some point, somebody gets enough.
In the next moment, the detective will say, then they have to do something to defend themselves. Sarah's temperament will completely switch at the completion of this sentence.
Then they have to do something to defend themselves.
I would just...
Guys! Boys! Boys! I'm trying to work right now. Are we done? How much longer is this going to go on for, boys? How much longer? Are we done? Capiche? Over? Over and out? Yeah. Done? Done diddly? Okay, thank you very much. Alright. Back to work we go. Do you want a kiss? No, you just want to fight me, don't you? You are absolutely mental. I don't know if you... Guys, sorry, I know. I'm trying to get on with the video. I don't know if you guys have dogs, but I don't know if it's just a chihuahua thing, because I don't remember any of our other dogs when I was growing up doing this. When the chihuahuas get wet, when we bath them, or when they go out in the rain, they go, like, crazy. They're, like, ecstatic. They just want to, like, fight, attack, rub themselves on it. They're, like, so fast. I've never, like, seen dogs do it like them. Come here. Come here. Good boy. Okay, alright, back to business, chat.
Sweet.
Back to business.
And I don't know if you would like to see it on my phone, or I think it's actually on a laptop.
Sorry about the interruption.
She explains how she once filed a restraining order against George, then for some reason brings up his ex-wife.
When I say a monster, she's
Water
a monster.
activated zoomies. There you go.
The interrogator lets her vent about the ex-wife for 2 minutes. She will now bring the focus back to the investigation.
Since talking yesterday, do you remember any like timelines better? Like what time you guys were playing? What time he was zipped up in the luggage? What time you went upstairs?
We started because we cleaned the house a little bit, did some laundry.
She recalls the game starting at around 4 p.m. and her going to sleep at around midnight.
So I have 4 and I have midnight. So there's a big...
Wait, what? Didn't she say he got zipped up in the suitcase, she went upstairs and fell asleep? They just said it was an 8-hour difference?
We started because we cleaned the house a little bit, did some laundry.
She recalls the game starting at around 4 p.m. and her going to sleep at around midnight.
So I have 4 and I have midnight.
So you just forgot? For 8 hours? Fucking bullshit, man.
Curious, like, if you recall when you went upstairs to hide
since
in the
they started playing the
shower,
puzzles.
Or...
Like when we started to play hide and seek.
Yeah.
Well, we went inside probably about, if I had to guess, we weren't out there too long. Worked on the puzzle again, finished it. Started to paint. Well, started listening to music for a little bit. Started to paint. Can we turn the music off? No problem. Start at the top, paint, whatever. I don't want to paint anymore. Let's just, come on. okay, you want to play hide and seek? What he does is, okay, tag, you're it. So it's like, okay, we know. Okay, take off.
That's not how you play hide and seek.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did.
Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay.
The suitcase originally is in our closet, buried all the way to the back. If you, I know the CSI people saw our closet. Our closet needs to be cleaned out really bad. My son's clothes need to be cleaned out really bad because they don't fit him anymore, and I'm tired of looking at them. So he took it upon himself, including that suitcase, to take it downstairs so we can get all of our clothes, our donations and everything, and just leave the whole thing by the clothing and shoe thing at my son's school.
Gotcha. No, I'm just asking, in the past, like, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not, but obviously
No.
I understand, you know, you're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter, you were laughing,
Yes.
he was laughing, but what I'm just asking is in the past, like, is it something
Absolutely
that you
not.
guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Okay, so do you remember making any videos or maybe having any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
No.
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found.
Oh, here we go, chat. They're gonna show her the videos.
It was from your phone.
With regard to the colossal realm of interrogation footage, the level of notoriety these next moments acquired is virtually unprecedented. I feel like this picture belongs on a wall somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shut it down.
Bro, this fucking... Your battery on your laptop's about to die. Like...
Oh, okay.
Let me...
Sarah may have been hoping that that was the end of it. Really can't say that I blame her for that.
Is it long? Because I don't know how much I can take.
No.
The thing is, is it long? I don't know how much more I can take. You're the one that stood there filming it all. It's disgusting,
I don't know how
man.
much I can take.
It's disgusting.
I don't know how to find her.
Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
You can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me. Fuck you. Stupid. Sarah. That's my name. Don't wear it up. Sarah.
I don't want to watch it, please. Okay.
That's him saying that he can't breathe, and you saying fuck you.
So this is upside down.
The interrogators should not be cutting each other off, but their missteps can be forgiven on this occasion due to the power of the evidence, which the lead detective will now focus on.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image is upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now, he's obviously still in there, so he didn't...
The thing is, guys, she actually might not have remembered the video. She might have actually been so drunk she forgot she took the videos. Like, that's a legitimate scenario that could have happened because she obviously has a severe problem with drinking. She genuinely might have forgotten she's done these, but... Hold up.
How did it go from the back?
She probably genuinely thought they were, like, believing her and buying everything she's been saying up until this point, and this is, like, obviously, like, the gotcha moment, and she just can't believe
To
it.
the front.
I flipped it.
Okay.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep.
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
But not intentional.
No, you told me you went upstairs because you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
Just to be clear, Sarah still has no idea how screwed she is. She just referred to an earlier statement that she didn't lock up the suitcase all the way, so George could get out.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out.
It's, and his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is
Bro, like...
he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like
She's literally saying, oh, if he wanted to, he could have got out. Like, there was a hole there, his fingers are coming out.
I don't know.
It's
like,
insane.
What you want me to tell you.
I'm just showing you. I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end, it sounds kind of like a...
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you.
It's not malicious.
Then what is that?
My intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him in there.
This video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to you recording this?
No. No.
I think we've all gathered by now that Sarah might be twisting the truth in her favor a little bit. She seems to have forgotten that 2 minutes ago she claimed to have no recollection of this incident, so her impeccable memory all of a sudden seems rather selective.
But I didn't think that he was, like, panicky. Like,
So pushing up on a suitcase saying, Sarah...
He literally said, I can't breathe. I really hate this one. I genuinely feel like I can't breathe when I'm watching this. I can't.
Sarah. I can't breathe. And you're the only one laughing.
Okay.
And you're the only one saying derogatory comments. Like you're mad.
No.
She still thinks she's going to, like, be able to talk her way out of this, which is absolutely insane to me.
Please don't... I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but... Like, it's like you guys are kind of trying to, like, feed me.
The interesting thing about Sarah is that her intuition is correct. She sort of recognizes what the police are doing here, but still has no idea of the ramifications. Her energy resembles that of someone who feels the police are about to start rumors about her.
Like...
No, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep. My plan was not to... He'll be up here any minute.
But you willingly went upstairs and went to sleep. No one forced you to go upstairs and get
My
ready
plan
for
wasn't
bed.
also to leave him in the suitcase.
So why didn't you take him out?
Because I went upstairs, and then I fell asleep.
But why didn't you consciously think, he's asking to come out, he can't
I didn't
breathe.
do it intentionally.
What do you think is going to happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not zipping it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the suitcase.
And what was your plan?
Waiting for him to come upstairs. I thought it was like...
Bless you.
I thought he was okay. Like, I didn't...
He's telling you he's not. He's telling you, Sarah, I can't breathe. He's saying your name, and you're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Guys, that's how we are with each other. The whole suitcase...
That's just how we are with each other. That's just how we are, and it was all a joke.
thing never happened before.
Sarah tries to move on to another topic, but the interrogator doesn't allow it and brings her back to the specifics of the evidence.
Again, his head is closer to us facing the video, so we should be able to see fingers, and we don't see anything. We see no movement of him trying to unzip it or physically unzipping it. All we see is pushing up, trying to push out of it.
Please do not assume.
I mean, you put him in, so...
Every answer, it just feels like she's saying, like, yo, guys, chill. Yo, guys, chill. Yo, relax. No, it's not like that. It's insane.
Why didn't you take him out?
Because I was upstairs and I fell asleep.
No, before you went upstairs. You, like, consciously had to walk upstairs. You obviously remember going to bed because you were able to give me a time frame on that. And you specifically told me that you went upstairs.
My intention is not for this to happen. I am sick about it. I've never done anything like this before in the past. I am sick.
The lead interrogator starts playing the video as Sarah is mid-sentence reiterating her innocence.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you all want me to tell you, because this was not in any way, shape, or form.
You admit to moving the suitcase, like, over. So
You roll it.
You roll it over. Like, it's not like...
I didn't want it to be like that.
You didn't want him to be upside down? How do you even get upside down?
Right. You guys are killing me right now. I don't know how you want me to say it. I didn't mean to leave him in there.
Okay.
What's your reasoning for not calling 911 sooner?
Because I didn't know what to do and how horrific it was. I called Ryan, and 5 minutes later I called you guys? Not even 5 minutes. And it was continually doing
But this isn't true at all, is it? It was like 10 hours later or 12 hours later or something, you know?
CPR.
It's not true at all. It's completely not true.
So when he asked to be let out, what's your reasoning for not letting him out?
When I was upstairs?
No, when he's asking on the video. He asked multiple times. He asked to be let out. I can't breathe. Why didn't you let him out?
Well, number one, I had no idea it was going to end like that.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two, just, you know what? I'll give you 5 minutes or so in there. I'll give you 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes for what?
This was an absolutely imperative moment to allow the suspect to elaborate, but the lead interrogator cuts her off.
Well, based off the video, one video is at 11:12 and the next one's at 11:23, so you actually gave him at least 11 minutes per video recording. So my thing is, when it stopped, he asked multiple times, I mean, why? Why did you not let him out? It's just a simple question.
To be honest with you, I
don't
Were
know.
you punishing him?
No.
Well, that's what you're saying in the video.
This is what you get. This is what you make me feel like.
See, and then it's all backfired on me. I will never drink alcohol again.
Guys, okay, regardless of everything that's happened in the past, this isn't to take away from the fact that she may well have been a domestic violence victim. Obviously, that's incredibly sad. But there's something severely wrong with the way she's thinking and answering questions. Like, you've killed your partner, and you're saying, oh, it's all backfired on me, is just like, you can't, it's uncomprehendable. I can't believe I'm hearing it. It's just like, there's just no, there's clearly no, empathy at all there, at all.
Yeah.
This is what you get. This is what you make me.
And also, guys, I know I say this every time we watch a true crime video, but this is exactly why you need a lawyer, because holy shit, she could not have made herself look worse during this interview at all.
Feel like...
See, and then it's all backfired on me. I will never drink alcohol again.
Okay.
I don't care what it is in any way, shape, or form.
But let's get back to this. When he's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe, let me out, and you say, fuck you, why don't you just let him out? What are you trying to prove to him? There was obviously something in your head that you were thinking of when he was asking to be let out, and you're like, no,
again, it's the boy calling wolf. And it's not fair. It is not fair. You guys are trying to, again, he's in there. Night, night.
He's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't. I didn't intentionally mean for this to happen.
But my question is, why didn't you just let...
Sorry, chat. I wasn't saying when you commit horrific crimes, you need to get yourself a lawyer. I meant if you're being questioned for something you haven't done, okay? Because no one here in chat would do horrific crimes, right?
Let him out.
We're a very lovely, sweet community.
Prior to going up.
I don't know why.
He's begging to be let out. He's not laughing. He's not having fun.
So are you guys, so what is it you're trying to,
We're just trying to figure out why.
Why? What?
Why?
What was the motivation for leaving him in the bag?
Why he was left in the bag? Why the video?
I didn't have any motivation. It was he and I having a great day, fooling around and being stupid.
You know, it's a good analogy for the day, excluding the fact that he's got a bump on the back of his head, a bump on the front of his head, and his lip is busted, and he has a bump on his eye. I mean,
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. Like, this is not fair that you all are assuming that that's from me.
Where else did it come from?
If you were, say it's opposite, you were in the suitcase and you're asking to be let out, should they not let you out?
Eventually. I'm guessing.
Eventually? Sorry, guys, just going to rewind that in case you missed that part.
You were, say it's opposite, you were in the suitcase and you're asking to be let out, should they not let you out?
Eventually.
She's like, fuck, what do I say here? Eventually.
I'm guessing. I mean, I don't...
I'm guessing.
I'm blaming it on the wine.
Blaming it on the wine?
Bro, that's something you do when you've done like a little misdemeanor, like a
After talking to you, everything was laughing and fun. Now we're watching a video where it's not laughing and fun. He's begging for his life, and you are in a very angry voice telling him to fuck off.
No. It's not fair that you guys keep trying to say that that's what I did.
There's literally a video, unfortunately, of that happening.
Why would he beg you to open it?
Okay.
And tell you he can't breathe.
Okay.
If someone can do something for themselves, they're going to do it. They don't need assistance.
You two didn't lay hands on each other.
No. No. I don't have anything.
You're right. You're telling us that we're assuming stuff, but what we're simply doing is telling you what we saw in the video and repeating what you told us.
I understand. Because I don't remember that.
Okay. Doesn't mean it didn't happen just because you don't remember it.
Sarah now gets freaked out by the male detective. She thinks he's texting someone about her, which creates an absurd yet hilarious moment.
So, is the texting thing something about me? Like, what's...
The what?
What?
It didn't happen just because you don't remember it.
Sarah now gets freaked out by the male detective. She thinks he's texting someone about her, which creates an absurd yet hilarious moment.
So, is the texting thing something about me?
It does... I know the word narcissist, it is thrown around way too much. Way too much. She does seem to have narcissistic traits about her, or narcissistic tendencies. It's not the first time I've noticed in this video where I'd say, okay, maybe that's a trait or tendency of narcissism. But how often are sociopaths that kill narcissists? I think it's quite common. I don't know the statistics, but they're very often, when you're watching true crime, you know, they're described as a sociopath or a psychopath and a narcissist.
Like, what's...
But that's a really strange thing, like, to see him pull out his phone and be like, are you guys texting about me? But also, I mean, maybe just paranoid. I mean, obviously she isn't, regardless of what she's done, she's in a very high pressure, stressful, intense, awful situation. Like, no one wants to be in this situation right now. Like, no one, regardless of what type of person you are. Even if you have empathy, I mean, if she's a narcissist, she's just going to feel sorry for herself, you know? She's just going to feel sorry for herself anyway, even if she's killed someone, which we've seen a lot of in this video, to be honest. Yeah.
The what? Texting? Oh, no, I'm texting.
No, I have one last question. You realize you're the person that killed him, right?
I thought about that.
Okay, you left him in a bag when he's begging you, saying, I can't breathe, let me out, and you said, fuck you.
Not intentionally.
You got up, and you went up to bed.
What does that even mean?
You all?
Please sit down.
Listen to me. I did not intentionally kill him.
I got you on video screaming, fuck you.
This is what it feels like when you're choking me. There's still feelings towards it. You wouldn't say it if you didn't feel it.
And then you flip the bag.
Thing is, I just can't believe it. Like, I can't believe that she didn't. Part of me, I always try and see the best in people. I always try and see the good in people. Maybe she was so naive that she thought maybe it's like a horrible punishment and she'll wake up in the morning and it's like her revenge or whatever and it'll be fine. But when he's saying he can't breathe before she's even gone to sleep and leaving him in there for like 12 hours, like, surely like anyone can comprehend that that's just not going to end well. So I just like, as much as like my part of me wants to be like, okay, maybe it was just an accident and it went too far. I don't see a world where you'd think that they'd survive the night in that situation. Do you know what I'm saying?
Around several times.
I didn't do that.
So I do believe it's intentional. I'm not gonna lie.
No, why would I do that?
Well, you
Good
told us
question.
you
You
did it.
did.
Didn't she admit earlier to flipping the bag when they showed the second video? I'm really confused. I swear earlier when they showed this is the second video and it's flipped, I swear she said, yeah, I did that.
When he was upside down.
Right.
Well, you had to put him upside down.
You can't get in a suitcase upside down
Yeah.
because
It had to been on its back with the lid open for him to get in there, for you to zip it up. Then it shows it on the other side with him in it, so you had to flip it to there. Then there's another video where it's on his back again, so you had to flip it to
I'm
there.
leaving it like this, please. I'm leaving it like this. I did not intentionally do this.
You left him in there. You did trying to
Oh my
dance around the
gosh,
fact. You left him in there.
This is not.
You didn't leave him in there?
It's not cool. Like, this is not cool.
It's not cool. You intentionally left him in there and left the room. You went upstairs to a different room.
I would do anything.
The other thing that's crazy is like, obviously, most of us are probably, maybe with different experiences, if you just lost your partner and your partner had died, you wouldn't be like, this is not cool, you guys questioning. Like, you'd want to get to the bottom of it and like figure it out and be helpful in any way you can. Obviously, if you're being accused, it's not ideal, but
Thing for him.
well, you gave up checking up on him. So.
Wouldn't let him out of the suitcase.
Oh gosh.
Anybody looking at it doesn't. I don't think anybody would look at that video and go, George is having fun right now.
The discourse repeats itself a few more times, and then Sarah brings out her list of questions.
So.
Oh,
am
no.
I getting my phone back?
No.
Not today.
What about Lucas's laptop?
No.
Not today.
Not today.
How do I go about getting his wedding ring, engagement ring?
It's at the medical examiner's office. It'll come to us eventually, and then
It'll be released to
to
the next
family.
of kin.
Yeah. Okay.
I bought it for him.
Okay.
That is a civil issue. It was on his finger. It goes to them. They're the ones that are going to release it. We don't have any say in that.
So I won't get that back. So. What's next?
They're going to come and swab your fingers.
No, I'm talking about, like, in the long run. Like, what do I need to, like, do I need to be doing something, or,
you need to get yourself a fucking lawyer, man.
like,
I can't tell you like what to do.
I mean, like, so, like, for, like, I don't understand.
Thing is, guys, taking away from this list of questions, the ones we've at least seen, when am I getting my phone, when am I getting the laptop, when am I getting the ring, she's talking like she's about to walk out the door and just go back to her life, and these possessions are going to come back to her soon and she'll go on her merry way. Does she not think she still doesn't think she's going to get arrested? She doesn't think she's probably going to go to prison right now?
And, like, I don't know if you guys are just gonna, like, I'm not
Oh wait, it's literally the title of the video. Sarah literally thinks she's going home later. She really does. She clearly really does.
admitting anything about being intentional, and
We told you everything that we have. You know everything that we know.
So after this, what? I'm done? In itself, for me to have to live with getting him out and doing what I did is punishment enough. Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Mm-hmm. His daughters, too.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to make it worse?
Just making a comment. I mean,
CSI that was there yesterday.
Forensics take her DNA and fingerprints. The investigators then return.
Okay, Sarah. So you're not free to go. Okay.
This comment seriously puts Sarah on edge, but she still won't quite be fully aware of what's happening. This is coupled with the fact the investigators now try to get a solemn declaration out of her to close out the interrogation. The psychological dynamics of the moment are extraordinary.
Oh, do you promise everything you told us was the truth? Or no? Everything we've talked about today?
Bro, look at her face.
What do you mean?
The investigator explains that it's just protocol.
Do you promise and swear that everything we've talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
Because anytime we talk to somebody,
The male detective re-explains that it's just routine, only in a far more comforting tone. But the tone doesn't do a whole lot to reassure Sarah. She looks about ready to get swallowed up by a wormhole and take her chances in a separate dimension.
It's not a trick question.
To the best of my knowledge?
To the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay. Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No. Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
It doesn't matter, he's dead!
That's a trick.
You were right, you're right.
Even if it was an accident, it's still manslaughter. You still killed, it was you that killed him. Even if it was an accident. How are you not getting that?
Why is this happening?
Because...
Before y'all said I could leave. So what am I supposed to do now?
You're going to prison, darling!
I had a sneaky suspicion this was going to happen. And
I had a sneaky suspicion that this was going to happen. When I killed that person, I had this sneaky, just a little tingle in my brain that maybe I was going to get arrested.
Water, like, really bad.
Sneaky suspicion. Spider senses tingling and all that.
You all check me down here.
An officer comes to take Sarah to the jail, but Sarah has questions first.
See, this is where it's insane, because it's like, it is a bit like a pity party, and it's almost like she's really offended. Like, how could they do this to me? How are they treating me like this? It's
those holding cells, am I going to be put in one of those?
I don't know.
Last time I had a panic attack.
Let them know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead, stand up.
I have not...
So what am I going to do with my purse? What made you all decide to do this?
Made us decide to do this?
Uh-huh.
George is dead.
You guys, I knew this was going to happen.
You did?
Sarah was taken to the Orange County Jail at 5:44 p.m. She was charged with second-degree murder and held without bond, which keep in mind was in late February of 2020, just before the entire planet went into lockdown due to a pandemic. So Sarah must have had a real fun time getting acclimated to the new environment. She's been in the county jail since, with a trial date set for April 10th of this year. She's currently working with her 7th attorney. 6 have already filed motions to get the fuck out of there, and all of them cited the same reason, which was irreconcilable differences.
Wait.
Pandemic. So Sarah must have had a real fun time getting acclimated to the new environment. She's been in the county jail since, with a trial date set for April 10th of this year. She's currently working with her 7th attorney. 6 have already filed motions to get the fuck out of there, and all of...
How many? 6 attorneys?
Currently working with her 7th attorney.
7th? She's gone through 6? And none will work with her?
6 have already filed motions to get the fuck out of there, and all of them cited the same reason, which was irreconcilable differences.
Oh my god, this is just such a crazy case. It's actually one of the most hard to watch cases I've ever watched, like realistically. I genuinely, first time I ever heard about this was on a podcast. I watched some documentaries about it, and now I've just watched this. And every time I watch it, I genuinely feel like I can't breathe, which is horrible. But also it's just like it's just so awful. And like the videos in the suitcase and stuff, like I just can't watch them. It's just so bad. It's so bad. But anyway, that's the latest JCS criminal psychology video. Thank you for watching it with me, guys, and thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will say, probably not one of my favorite JCS videos, but I think that's more so the case itself than JCS, to be honest with you. I've definitely enjoyed JCS videos a lot more. Pause counter was apparently 59 times. I don't believe it. I think it was probably about 7, but fair enough. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, guys. And chat, I'm still staying here, so you guys don't get to get rid of me, unfortunately. That was just for YouTube.